Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me as we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reid does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. Today we are going to play Amberlynn Reid Bingo. If you look in the description, there is a link where you can get your own bingo card. It'll be randomized with a list of great suggestions from all of you, all kinds of phrases and just concepts from the Amberverse. So that is public for anybody. Anybody who wants to use it is welcome to. I went ahead and put my YouTube channel as the free space, just so people know who made the card. So right now it's just for fun, and there's no real way to reward the winners or anything like that. But, let me know in the comments if you got a bingo. Let me know what, bingo squares you got. There should be enough phrases and words and stuff to make 2 full bingo cards. And of course, it's all randomized. But anyway, in the future, I would like to figure out some way where we can acknowledge winners and do something special for them or something like that. Maybe shout outs or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But in the meantime, Amberlynn uploaded. It says, "My ex's wife is obsessed with me." That would have to be Destiny's wife, right? Because it can't be Dakota, because they're not married. So it has to be Destiny's wife. Don't worry. I figure it out when we get there. Copying reaction channels. Okay. And calories at bingo. And speaking of bingo, I'm guessing she's talking about that because she says she only wants to do takeout like 3 times a week, but then she goes to bingo and shows she's eating all kinds of, fried crap. So I don't think she's counting all that. So I don't know. Maybe she's going to pretend like she is. So anyway, let's play some bingo. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie.
Hey guys, welcome to a new weekly vlog. So I did not vlog anything. Yesterday was Monday. My weekly vlogs go from Monday to Sunday. It's the whole week. I needed a moment. I'm not gonna lie. I just needed...
Man, it is so annoying when she talks about how she needs time off. She works for an hour a day, maybe. It's insulting to people who work their asses off. And in this day and age, it is a struggle to make ends meet. And yet she is sitting here with a job where she can work for maybe an hour a day and then claim she needs time off.
A day to reset mentally. I needed it so bad. So I didn't vlog, but we're here. Tuesday, hello. So I'm actually...
Reset mentally? What does that even mean? She acts like she just is so overworked. Shut up.
Actually about to film my weigh-in for the day, and I'm actually going to be playing an April Fool's...
Do I have weigh-in? Weigh-in. Got it.
Joke on you guys in my weigh-in. I know that's dumb, but I'm kind of a dumb girly pop sometimes. And from my remembrance, I don't think...
Oh, girly pop. I'm on a roll, bro.
I've ever done an April Fool's joke on you guys. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it for my weigh-in video since it's going to go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch the April Fool's joke, or you want to see what my new diet is, because yes, we are doing a structured diet because the no diet was not working for me.
Yeah, because again, it's not a diet. It's not something that Amberlynn can do. You can't do intuitive eating or a quote unquote no diet without somebody to help you understand the trade-offs. The fact that she thought that she just had enough willpower to do a no diet is just so stupid. It is maybe one of the dumbest things she's ever thought.
At all. So if you want to see my weigh-in and all that jazz, definitely watch my weigh-in video.
Remember, her April Fool's joke was uploaded on April 2nd.
But tonight I also have my live stream, my members live stream, and I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to do more tarot. Well, not tarot, but oracles with you guys because I know you guys enjoy that as well. I'm feeling a wee bit optimistic about today's live stream. So I'm excited to come talk to you guys. And if you guys have not joined my members live stream, you definitely should, because I would love for you guys to be part of the stream queens. All right.
So that was the live stream where she spent half the time just shitting all over Beck for what they said about her cancer. And Amber even said, I saw the community post before I posted that live that she ended up deleting. And, just didn't care. It wasn't good enough. So no, it was a terrible live stream. And it's sad how many people were in there enabling her and basically just kissing her ass and telling her how great she is and how horrible Beck is. And lots of dead naming and misgendering and stuff. So no, it was not a great live stream. It was good for her. She enjoyed it, but it was awful for humanity.
All right, you guys, so I just got off my live stream and I made myself a little meal. I made some corn, potato, and steak, and this was 570 calories, and I weighed everything.
So I separated talks about food and eats food, because obviously she can't eat food without talking about it, but she can talk about food without eating it. So I thought it was probably worth having both of them.
Measuring my food and weighing it, which weighing is more reliable, so I'll probably stick to that. Starting in with my new habits of measuring my food and weighing it, which weighing is more reliable, so I'll probably...
She says it's a habit, but it's not. She's going to do it for a day or two. It's going to be annoying. She's not going to like doing it, and she's going to quit. Because that's what she does, right? If there are any extra steps that add any difficulty at all to anything, she's not going to do it for very long. You know, she'll start doing it, but we've been here before.
Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. I just filmed.
So we're back in this outfit. You know, this is what she wore during the weigh-in or the Let's Talk, or I don't remember. One of the videos this week she wore this. And it's just, it really just feels like she just went into her closet, closed her eyes, picked two random pieces of clothing and was like, yeah, this will work. And just threw it on, because that is not fashion, you know? Oh, AirPod. Do I have AirPod? Yeah. Oh, I'm getting close. I need genuinely and literally.
To my Let's Talk video, and I'm finally about to have my first meal of the day. Be proud of me. I'm actually eating leftovers. So I made sure to make enough potatoes, and this is a lean steak. So good. I made sure to make enough. Why am I using my fingers? I don't know, but
I forgot to say something about it, but I got Eats Food on the bingo card right here.
I made sure to make enough for today. I also have a fried egg and radish. I love radish so much. I'm gonna be quite transparent right now. I have not been in the vlogging mood. Oh my God, I'm pretty sure I cooked this.
I love how she says, I'm going to be quite transparent. I'm not in a vlogging mood. Yeah, we know. It's work, right? It's effort that you have to put into something. You're never in a vlogging mood. Now, at the end of Vlogmas, she was like, man, Vlogmas has gotten me into the vlogging mood. I really enjoy it now. I'm going to be Miss Vlogger from now on.
And with Vlogmas, I think it's like made me love vlogging again. I'm not going to lie. It kind of has brought back a certain spark for me.
But we knew that wasn't going to last. In fact, I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has, because she uploaded every other day for a while, for like a month. But yeah, no, of course you're not in the vlogging mood. You don't want to do anything that requires any kind of work. And you call that work.
Oh yeah, I cooked it perfectly. The yolk, yes. Sometimes I want yolk, sometimes I don't. Today is a big fat yes. By the way, I'm counting calories. I'm having to measure all my food. All of this came out to 470 calories. Hell yeah. Potatoes are so low calorie, it's crazy. But yeah, I just have...
It's not the potatoes themselves that's the problem, right? You don't just eat a potato. You don't just peel it and eat it like an apple. You put all the oil and the butter and the salt and all the other crap in and on it. That's what makes potatoes not as healthy as they could be. And you know, she's always using lots of that shit.
Have not been in the vlogging mood. I don't really know what it's about. I'm still going to keep to my schedule though, of course, but I just don't know what the rest of this week is going to look like in the form of this vlog. So I actually had my therapy appointment on Monday, and we haven't started the
Got therapy or therapist?
We haven't started the DBT section of it all, because she's still just trying to get to know me and stuff like that. And we talked a lot about my dissociation, when it started and all that type of stuff. So it's honestly really scary for me. I'm not gonna lie. It started when I was a little girl. It happens when I'm in high stress situations.
So we've got childhood trauma. I'll go ahead and put that there. This dissociation thing that she always brings up. So given the fact that she talks about anything and everything that has ever and will ever happen to her, or anything she's thought or felt, you would think that somewhere along the line, ever since she was a child, she would have mentioned dissociation, right? Or disassociation. But she never has until recently. So here's the thing. I'm not here to try to prove that Amberlynn is not in therapy or that she hasn't been diagnosed or anything like that. But there are just certain things that she says that just don't add up. You know, they just don't jive with the way she operates and the way we know her to act. So when she says she's been dissociating or disassociating since she was a child, yet she has never talked about it until recently, you know, you'd think at some point she would say, you know, I have this weird feeling that I'm just like outside my body. You'd think she would have mentioned that at some point in her life or on camera, as much as she talks about mental health and stuff, but she just never has.
Situations, it feels like I am just like watching myself from the outside. Like it's like life is happening to me and there's nothing I could do about it. And it's scary. I feel like detached from my body. And I opened up a bit about it like after me and Colleen broke up and like I was moving here, living alone for the first time in my life.
No, she did a video where she told the world that she got diagnosed with BPD. Basically, she had gone to the therapist for weight loss surgery, right? And they apparently diagnosed her with BPD. That's what she's claiming. And then recommended that she see a specialist. So that was kind of her thing, was just that I got diagnosed with BPD. But as far as I can remember, I don't remember her saying that she felt detached from her body or that she was disassociating. So I just don't buy it. I think she's heard this recently. I think she is on TikTok or on Instagram and she's hearing people talk about this stuff. And she's like, ooh, that sounds like something I could use for sympathy or whatever. And I think that's what she's doing. But I don't know. I just think that if she was having that kind of experience at some point in her online career, she would have said something about it.
I did open up to you guys about it then. And I noticed lately it's been happening again. I'm just gonna go eat this. I don't want to bother you guys with my nonsense, but I'm just having a little struggle bus time. And thankfully, I have a therapist to listen to me and to help me cope a little bit, you know? All right, you guys, so
I just don't know, man. The DBT thing, even if she is seeing a therapist that is going to work, you know, the DBT program with her, there's no way on this earth, there's just no way that she can complete it. She won't. I would bet anything she will not complete it. She'll tell you she did, you know, she'll tell you that she's doing great, but there's no way. It's too in depth. It's too difficult. There's a lot of group therapy that's involved. It's not something that you just step into, enjoy it for a year, and then come out the other side a changed person. That's just not how it works. And that's what she wants. She wants a magic pill that will fix everything. And again, assuming any of this is real, assuming she's actually seeing a therapist, which I don't know.
we have an Amazon haul. 3 days ago, I was supposed to have a Fitbit delivered, but I literally cannot find it.
Oh my God. She's doing Fitbit again. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. She just has to buy shit, doesn't she? Why? You waddle 7 steps a day. You don't need a Fitbit for that. Come on. This is like the 10th Fitbit that she will have had. That is so stupid. Also, some of you may have Amazon on your card. I don't, but that is one of the squares. But
in the package room, sometimes this does happen where they put the package in the wrong spot because how it's all combobulated in there, it's definitely different. You have to go a searching. And I literally can't find it. So they might not have delivered it for real. So I'm just gonna give it a few more days. And if I can't find it, I'm gonna contact customer service. Sometimes they have to do an audit in the package room, blah, blah, blah. But I really wanted that damn Fitbit because I'm gonna start tracking my steps. I'm super excited for that.
why? You know, she's going to do it for, again, just like everything else, she's going to do it for a couple of days and then she's going to quit. What a waste of money.
But anyways, let's get into the haul. So I got some of these little Swiffer dust things because I needed more of those. And it's just like so random. It's like things that I know that I need, but I forget to get them when I'm at the grocery store. So if you have long hair and you use scrunchies, you know that they get up and walk away and then you can't find them. So I got a whole pack of 50 and I actually really like them. I was gonna take one out, but it's this type of deal. It literally is perfect. Sometimes.
Literally. She actually said it just like that too. Literally. Oh my God, I'm so close. If she says genuinely, then we've got a bingo. Our first Amberlynn Reed bingo is so close.
Scrunchies are like too loose, too tight, but this is like perfecto. Recommend. So when I use my air fryer, I normally just like clean it when I'm done, but it's a hassle. And people are like, Amberlynn, have you ever heard of like the air fryer thingy-majigger? Air fryer liners, to be exact. And I was like, no. So I got some, but they're too big. And this was the smallest one because I do have a different air fryer now. When I give you guys a little...
Yeah, she doesn't have the Drew Barrymore air fryer anymore. But what do you want to bet? She just either throws those away or just sets them somewhere and never does anything with them because they don't fit her air fryer. I am guessing she is far too lazy to just do a return because a couple of things. Number one, she'd have to go online and actually like do a thing. But also, chances are she would need to take it to like the UPS store or something like that. And I mean, I guess they do like pickups. I don't know. But for me, when I do returns, I just take it to the UPS store. And, you know, she's got to have Mama Lynn do that. And she's like, I don't care that much. That money is just might as well have been set on fire, you know?
Little tour of my new kitchen stuff. I'll show my new air fryer. But sadly, these are too big, even though they were the smallest size. So I don't have any of these, so I definitely needed some. It's just to help to keep bags shut, like bags of carrots, radish, chips.
First of all, we know what clips are. We know what like chip clips are. And we know what bags are. And we know what comes in bags. What are we doing here?
Whatever it may be. I got these really cute pink hoop earrings. So these next two earrings that I'm about to show you, I thought they were a little bit bigger, but they're kind of small. I think I'll be okay. But they just look weird because I like the really big hoops. I guess I'll be all right. So on the front.
Why does she like those giant big hoops so much? Do you think it's like a distraction thing? Like trying to distract from everything else? I don't know.
Front, it's like these black rhinestones, and then inside here it's like regular rhinestones, silver ones. Isn't that so pretty? And then the other pair is literally just silver, and the rhinestones on the inside and outside are the same. And then I also got this set. It's a set of notebooks. They all come together. I did not buy them separate, don't worry.
I think that counts as a journal / planner. I think we'll take that.
So this is what they look like. I put them in order of my least favorite to my favorite. They're all so stinking adorable. Like, look how freaking cute. That's my all-time favorite. Like, oh my God, are you joking? And then with the notebooks, it actually comes with some pens, but I gave 2 of them to my mom already. So we have a bow pen. We have a pen.
So I have, one of the squares is mention her mom, but I also need to add like, I bought something for somebody or I bought something and gave it to somebody. She's showing us pins, you guys. The more this happens, the more pointless crap that she shows in hauls like this, the more I am apt to think that this really is just her trying to use this as like a tax write-off. Because no, does anybody care about pins that she bought? I don't care how cute they are. They're freaking pins.
Pen with bows that says I'm just a girl. That's so me coded. And then 2 more bow pens. So it came with 6.
What does she mean, I'm just a girl that's so me coded? What? I mean, she is a girl, but what does that have to do with anything? I mean, I guess, so when she talks about reaction channels and saying how mean they are and how they're making fun of her and so biased and all that, she does tend to say that you guys are just nitpicking and you guys think that I can be perfect and I can't be perfect. I'm just a regular person. I'm just a girl. I guess that's what she's trying to say, but that is not something that she says often enough that I would put it like on a bingo card or anything, you know, so.
But I gave 2 to my mom, like I said. But look how adorable. It's cherries and bows. Next day, I'm actually filming my what I ate today video. I'm looking like it's not my day. I wear makeup so much, but like I need to have some days to like breathe. So today's the day. And yes, my hair is in a braid. I'm like scared to have my hair in a braid.
So you might have mentions her hair or talks about her hair on here. So I don't on this card, but of course she has to. She can't help herself. One thing I was a little bit concerned about with the bingo stuff is I was afraid that it might kind of poison the well. Like if she ever hears about it or sees it, she might stop doing some of this stuff because she might realize that she does it so much that, you know, we're making fun of it. But I just, I don't know. I don't think she can help it. I think most of this stuff is so ingrained into her that she can't stop.
I'm scared to exist. There's like, yes, my hair's in a braid. I'm like scared to have my hair in a braid. I'm scared to exist. There's like reaction channels thinking I'm stalking them. There's other reaction channels thinking they're the people who invented braids and that they're the only people who ever do braids. And I'm like, what is happening right now? Like,
oh my gosh. So this is Its Only Journey. This is who she's talking about. And she did a video where
It is only Journey here.
she's joking that Amber is copying her, right? It's satire. And leave it to Amberlynn to not understand the joke, right? She just doesn't get it. Because I don't buy that somebody sent her a DM saying that, hey, this YouTuber, this reaction channel is saying that you're copying her when it was a joke. Because either Amber doesn't get it, or whoever sent her that DM, if that's the case, didn't get it either, right? It was a joke. So go give Journey some love. She deserves it. She's awesome. So Amber is sort of telling on herself right here that she has heard what Journey said.
Like, I have been doing braids since the beginning of time. I've been doing this type of braid and like side braid my whole life. But like 2 pigtails, I've done that so many times I can't even think straight. And like, I just don't understand that. Like, why can't we just go back to like nitpicking Amberlynn instead of thinking I'm obsessively stalking someone or obsessively copying someone? Like, braids have been around forever.
Oh, here she goes.
Years old. I've always done braids. And also the same person who thinks that I am copying the braids, by the way, this comes from someone messaging me on Instagram, which I'll show you here. So I had to watch it. The same person who thinks I'm...
So first of all, do I have so many people DM'd me? I'll count that. That counts. I need to change that to Instagram DMs or something, but that counts. It's the spirit of the square, right?
Copying them when it comes to braids. They think I'm copying them because I decided to start drinking water. Isn't everyone supposed to drink water and I just have been flopping? Like, I did not grow up and learn to drink.
All right, now I will give credit where it's due. Amber actually showed some pictures and came with some receipts that she had braids. But still, I'm surprised that Amber actually went to the effort to find all these pictures of braids.
Everyone's supposed to drink water and I just have been flopping. Like, I did not grow up and learn to drink water. It was always drink milk. It's weird because when I lived with my parents before I was put into foster care, they always wanted me to drink milk. And then even when I went into foster care, the choice was either milk or juice.
What? Okay, no. That makes no sense. You're telling me that your foster parents and parents that you grew up with told you not to drink water, but instead to drink milk? Milk is so expensive. It always has been. I mean, it's obviously more expensive now, but imagine if you're a foster parent and you're telling your kids, drink this that we have to pay for every gallon rather than the water. Like, first of all, everybody knows water is good for you. That's just, come on. But then for them to also be like, yeah, we're going to spend so much extra money so that you can drink milk all the time instead of water. Come on.
9 times out of 10, like, it was never like water. The only time I remember drinking water as a kid was when I was put on this weird diet. I was in an all-girls group home. I was 10 years old. And the 2 things that they told me to do was you get your own milk. It's like a lower fat milk. So I had my own big gallon of milk because
she's doing it on purpose now. This is not okay. She's doing it so hard right now that I'm pretty sure it's intentional.
Because all the girls in the group home drink milk, but it was just like normal milk. And then the other thing was they wanted me to chug a bunch of water before every meal. I said, okay. So that was like my first diet ever at the age of 10, but that did not last long, I can tell you that. But water has never just like been in my, vicinity. I've never been taught to drink it. And
I wasn't taught to drink water. Now, I understand that kids in general drink too much stuff that's not water, right? I get that juice and pop or soda or whatever and milk and things like that tend to be consumed more than they should. But being taught to drink water, especially in foster care where they're having to pay for those drinks, I just don't buy it, man. Like, I didn't have to teach my kids to drink water. They just drink it sometimes. I don't know, man. All of this sounds really stupid.
And I go through phases as an adult where I drink a lot of water and then I stop. This reaction channel thinks that I'm copying everything they do and we're all supposed to be drinking water. And it's like, I didn't know you wore your hair in braids. I'm sorry, question mark. Like, it's something I've always done. I don't know. That was just like a little mini rant. Excuse me for that. So I just got out of the shower and I literally already have...
Do I have a shower? I don't.
My AirPod in. I'm listening to Shishopita's podcast. Jeff is on this episode. Personally, for me, I think they're like a hoot together. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, I just feel like there's like the perfect amount of like awkwardness. I don't know. I could see them being like their own podcast together. I just don't think that they'll ever do it. I know Jeff and Tana flirted with the idea, but they never did it either. Who's with me? Do you miss frenemies? That was the best thing to ever happen to the internet. Besides Amberlynn Reid, of course.
As much better as the internet would be without Amberlynn Reid, it would sure be a lot less entertaining. But not in the way she considers herself entertaining.
I'm looking a mess. So I'm filming my what I ate today video. Look at Twang. Yeah, you're such a perfect baby. I just don't even understand like how I got so lucky. So I'm having fried egg, chorizo, radish. I've been obsessed lately. Carrots, also been obsessed.
Oh,
like what's
obsessed. Got it. Man, I'm getting close on a couple of them.
happening? And a fried egg. A fried egg. A fried egg? I've said it so much that it doesn't even sound real anymore. But a fried egg just sounds so good lately. So I've been eating those. It's a good source of protein. Plus they're freaking tasty as hell. But what I was going to ask you guys, every single year when I send my taxes to the IRS, and then I do my federal taxes as well, I always get a check from the IRS with like the exact same amount of money every year. Why are they sending me money? It's so weird. It's literally just a random check. You want a carrot?
It is odd that she would get a tax refund. I don't see why that's a thing. In fact, that could be her admitting something that she probably shouldn't be, right? The fact that she's getting a tax refund, that's not normal. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Ew.
Yeah. But yeah, it's literally just a random check and there's no explanation on it or anything, but okay. Hello, it's the next day. Oh, I forgot to put on my rings. I feel naked without them. So I am wearing this lace thing, which I wore a few days ago with.
Oh, she's got face gems. Do I have them? Ah, got it. Oh, so all I need is hectic or took Twinkie for a walk. Ooh, boy, we're getting close.
Thank God for laundry. And this is a similar dress. It's literally the same dress, different color.
Oh, you know what? Those aren't face gems. That's just glitter stuff. Dang. Sorry, face gems.
Vibing with the look. So I was like, I'm gonna wear that to bingo night. So I do have to go to the USPS. We're going to bingo. I'm super excited. This box is still here because I'm
So you might have go to bingo with mom or go to bingo. That's one of the squares. I don't think I have it. I don't. Dang.
getting rid of kitchen stuff. I'm trying to go through kitchen stuff. And then when I buy new kitchen things like pots, pans, a whole cooking utensil set, a whole new knife set, like I like to wash all of that before you use it. And then I'm gonna put it away. I'm in this like out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah, that's everybody on earth. She thinks washing something that you're going to cook with or whatever, when you buy it, is like unique to her.
Routine while also still trying to keep up with everything else around the house. All right, you guys, so since I'm counting calories, I thought something that could be fun.
Super fun.
Is to tell you guys what I had at bingo and how many calories.
Yeah, because when she was talking about her takeout and how she's only going to have it 3 times a week or whatever, she failed to mention that she's also eating this stuff, right? So she's not counting that in her takeout, but she's going to count the calories at least, but still. Again, none of this is going to last more than a week.
So these pretzels were my mom's because we both got an appetizer. You will see mine in a minute, but she wanted me to try one. So the one that's bitten off, that one is mine. For my appetizer, I got this mini quesadilla. It's a cheese quesadilla. So good. I had a little bit of sour cream. You guys know me, I'm a dry girl. And a little bit of salt.
Wait, do I have you guys know me? Oh, mentions dry or overcooked food. I got that.
Salsa, because I do like some spice. Super freaking tasty. And then they have these chocolate chip cookies that are divine. Usually I have 3, but I only had 2. I was very proud of myself.
I'm not buying that.
And then a couple hours later for my actual meal, I got potato wedges and chicken strips. I did not eat the bread though, so keep that in mind for my calories. That was not 8. And I did dip it in just the tiniest bit of ranch. So for calories.
That was not eaten. And again, every time I say that, it reminds me of just my 2 cents. And that makes me sad. So
it did come out to a banger, not gonna lie. So I had no cheese with the pretzel, so it was 101 calories. Quesadilla, 322. Sour cream, 23. Ranch, 64. Chicken strips were 307. Potato wedges was 226. Cookies, 170. Came out to 1,213.
I'm watching this back in editing, and I don't know about that. 1,200 calories for all that. I'm not sure where she's getting these calorie counts, like on the quesadilla and stuff like that, but that seems awfully low for the all the fried crap and all the stuff that she had there.
Thankfully, I have hundreds of calories for wiggle room because Noom wants me to eat upwards to like 3,400 and I usually try to stay below 2,600. So give or take, these are the calories and I just stay on track for the rest of the day surrounding that.
You know, every time she does one of these diets or talks about, you know, how many calories she eats in a day, she always just says that she stays under, you know, whatever number, 2,600 or whatever. If that was the case, you wouldn't be this big. And I know she's going to blame it on the edemas and swelling and all kinds of stuff, but she eats more than she says. She just does, right? I don't care what she says her calories were for whatever meal. She spends all day long doing nothing, and you're telling me she doesn't sit there and snack? Hell no, of course she does. So I don't buy for a minute that she's eating the calories that she's saying.
Hello, hello. It is the next day. Today we are wearing a Sabrina Carpenter perfume. Some people say this smells like cherry medicine. I get the vibe. I do. So me and my mom were actually going to go to my grandma's house and play some cards, and then last minute,
she's got to show you she's drinking her water, you guys. But what happened to the rule that she can't have anything else until she drinks her 2 bottles of water? You know, that was a rule. So it can't be broken.
and my grandma calls my mom and literally is like, can we go to the casino? So we're going to the casino. I haven't gone since the beginning of January. And a week ago, I won $500, but I tipped big. So I still have a few $100s just floating around in my wallet. And it's like, that's what I used on bingo last night. And I also bought my friend, my stepdad, and my mom some bingo games last night. So it's like everything.
It's that narcissist, right? She's got to tell you what she bought for people. And she is still saying that there is a friend that goes to bingo and just happens to be there every time she's there. Literally every time. When she mentions bingo, she mentions that her friend was there. Her friend did this, her friend did that. Like, it's probably some old lady that just lives there, basically, you know?
I've been doing has been off of those winnings. Not me chugging water in my closet. Who remembers like a year and a half ago, me drinking alcohol in my closet? Why am I this person? Oh. I'm now on White Claws. People drink just to have funsies, like just for funsies. So there's no crisis. There's no cry for help. We've made progress, folks. Yes, we have.
I mean, she's made some kind of progress in something, but not like weight loss. So what is she hoping to prove there? I guess just that she doesn't drink as much as she used to. Progress.
Right, I'm ready. My mom is about to be here, and I keep looking around. I'm like, am I forgetting anything? I like to leave some of the lights on for the fur babies, because sometimes I get spook-magooked by the dark, just like their mamas.
So now she's saying she's scared of the dark. Cool.
All right, so we are at the casino now. I think me and my mom are actually gonna get something to eat because neither of us have ate today. Sorry, it's super windy in Oklahoma lately. So we're gonna eat at some place inside of this casino, which I've never ate here before. I'm a little nervous.
What is there to be nervous about? Do you think they're gonna serve crap that nobody can eat? Do you think they're gonna serve poison? What are you nervous about? A restaurant wouldn't be there unless it served stuff that people liked. Has she ever found something that she actually couldn't eat? Of course not. What the hell does she have to be nervous about?
I did chug a water bottle in hopes that it would keep me full. I know that's not the greatest thing to do, but like...
Yeah, because again, hunger is not the problem. You don't eat because you're not full. You eat because you like to eat. If you could stop eating when you were full, none of this would be a problem.
Think of your calories as like money that you have in the bank. You know, do you want to spend it really early in the day or do you want to wait more later at night? Because once those calories are gone, there's nothing you can do about it. Just like once that money's gone, you have no more money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can just keep eating. That's what you do. You're not spending calories. You're taking in calories, you dingus. And you can take in as many as your body can handle. So you are not the one to be giving advice on how to deal with calories. What a stupid thing to say. Once those calories are gone, they're gone. Yeah, so once you get to 2,600, you just physically can't eat anymore, you know? Done. Done for the day. And it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not how it works. You can continue eating even when you get to 4,000 calories. You can continue eating. And guess what? You do.
Okay, so me and my mom are waiting for our food, and we go to the Newcastle casino or Remington, it just depends. But my mom's been coming here for literally years, and she's never been this far down. She didn't even realize it was this big, neither did I. Because we always stay in this little tiny spot. This place is massive. I swear we walked a mile just to get to it.
I've been down here, but I didn't come this way. I come in like the door right there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's huge.
It's literally massive. Like, I didn't even realize it.
Oh, hi guys, long time no see.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got some
She deserves better than Amberlynn.
Diet Coke.
I got nothing. I don't drink liquids very often.
Yeah, she doesn't drink liquids very often. People have came for me like, why don't you drink a lot of water? I think it's like in the family where we just don't drink a lot of liquid.
I don't know. I don't drink liquid at all.
Yeah, she doesn't.
What the fuck is she talking about? We don't drink a lot of liquid. There's no we. You drink so much liquid. You're constantly drinking Diet Coke, Sprite Zero, Gatorade Zero, White Claw. You are... What are you talking about? Oh my god, what a stupid thing to say.
Drink like liquid at all, let alone water.
I drink coffee.
I
don't drink liquid at all.
Yeah, she doesn't drink like liquid at all, let alone water.
I drink coffee.
I try to motivate her to drink water, not myself. I have gotten better with that though.
Sometimes helping other people helps yourself.
That's very true. I got catfish tacos. That looks tasty.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but not for Amberlynn, because she doesn't give a shit what anybody else is doing. She doesn't care how somebody else is progressing in their weight loss or in their health. She doesn't care. So that she doesn't want to help anybody else. She tells you stuff so that she can sound smart and feel smart, right? So that she can feel like she's informing you because she is gracing you with her intelligence, you know?
Tasty.
And I got
A salad.
chili lime salad.
Yeah, chili lime. I'm not really a lime fan. Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah? Well, I guess you wouldn't have got it if you're not a fan of it.
that looks good, Amber.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that was the best catfish tacos I've ever had, but I'm not gonna have any of the chips and salsa because I tried the salsa and it literally, my mom said it and she's right. It tastes like literally tomato paste. It is disgusting, but the food was really good. Do you like it, Mom?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Really good.
I don't know. There's something about this shot of her spending money at a casino after saying that she needed to take a day off from her job of doing basically nothing all the time anyway, that just rubs me the wrong way.
Oh my God. All right, so my mom is actually stopping to get herself some cigarettes and then we're gonna actually meet my friend.
Did that need to be mentioned? What did that add? Like saying it was for cigarettes. What did that add to what she was saying? If she had just said, we stopped for a minute, you know, we stopped at the convenience store, that's all that needed to be said. In fact, you know what she could have said? Nothing. She could have just popped in and said, hey, we're going to blah, blah, blah. We can see that you stopped somewhere. You don't need to tell us. But she specifically brings up the smoking, and it's just... I think it's subconscious. I don't even think she realizes she's doing it, but she has to try to make herself look better by making others look bad. And she thinks telling her audience that her mom is smoking makes her mom look worse than her. Of course, she won't admit that. If you say, hey, why do you talk about your mom smoking? She'll be like, well, she does smoke. It's not that big a deal. I don't have a problem with it. And you shouldn't have a problem with it either. You know, that kind of thing. But it's a jab. That's exactly what it is.
And then we're gonna actually meet my friend at bingo. My stepdad's going. Yeah, it's been a good night and I know it's gonna be a good...
What do you want to bet this friend never shows up on the vlog or never shows up anywhere? No pictures, no nothing. And you know, I've noticed something else too. I don't think she's ever mentioned this friend in front of her mom. So I don't think there is a friend because I think her mom would be like, who are you talking about? So she always mentions the friend either at home or like this, where Mama Lynn has gone in or gone away.
Day. My grandma, she won pretty good at the casino, so that was awesome. Me and my mom did not, and my stepdad did a little bit, so that's kind of cool. My mom and I are trying to come up with like different things to do instead of always just like bingo. I really want to go mini golfing, and the weather is getting a little bit better. Weirdly enough, it's supposed to snow today, which I'm like, girl, what? The other day it was 80 degrees. I don't understand what's happening. But yeah, we're looking for things to do, like maybe go to the movies again, bowling. Bowling's kind of hecticana because then you have...
Ew. We're close. I don't think we're going to get face gems. I think if she was going to wear face gems, and it kind of looks like she's got them on, but these are, I'm pretty sure this is just glitter eyeliner or whatever. So
bowling's kind of hecticana because then you have to wear other people's shoes, and that's kind of gross. Like, I used to go bowling a lot as a kid, but like as an adult.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna make fun of her for being weirded out by wearing other people's shoes and stuff, but honestly, that is kind of gross. And I know they spray it and stuff, but I mean, is that enough? You know, just think of some people you know and some people you see at the bowling alley and think, my feet are gonna go in the same place that those people's feet were in. Like, yeah, that is kind of gross. And all that has been done is just to spray them with some stuff. Like, okay, I'm kind of with her on that. That's gross.
Think about putting my feet where hundreds of other people have. It's kind of a weird concept when you actually sit down and think about it, but you know what? Bowling's fun.
So, I mean, it's not that big a deal because it's not like you eat with your toes or anything, but it's just, I don't know, just, I can understand it being a little icky.
I had to show you, look how close these two cars parked. I don't know, I just had to show you.
Yeah, it's because this guy is an idiot. The hell is this guy doing? Does he not understand what this line is for?
Hello. So I've actually been home for a little bit now, and I was just checking up on things. And with my new YouTube schedule, I decided, like, because I post on my community tab weekly, twice weekly. I post like a few days before Tuesday to let you guys know like what time I will be going live. And then I also post on there for my Let's Talk, so it gives you guys an opportunity to ask me whatever you want. And I was realizing last night, like, damn, my community tab area is like genuinely such a mess. I had
Bingo! Bingo, bingo, bingo! Bingo! Bingo.
stuff way back from like 6 years ago, and there was just hundreds of like posts that were just like nonsense, old news. And I thought, since I use my community tab, I just don't want all of that in there anymore. So I sat and I deleted every single thing one by one. Took a while, but now it's nice and clear. And now it's like the only things that need to be up there are things that are like relevant to like current time. So I'm sitting here working on
Well, I mean, but that's how time works, right? Is it's relevant now, but you know, at some point it's gonna get all cluttered up again because things only stay relevant for so long.
some of my Lego, as you can see here. But people have always been like, Amberlynn, what do you mean?
Mentions Lego.
You have an egg intolerance? I'm not allergic to eggs, but sometimes eggs make me feel extremely sick. As a little girl, it wasn't so bad.
Then why do you eat them? What? That absolutely makes no sense. She knows or claims that eggs make her sick, and yet she still eats them and cooks them. Like, why? Why would you do that? I just don't buy it, man. I think she says this for attention. It's kind of a Munchausen sort of thing. Actually, no, because she's not actually making herself sick, but it might be like a light case of Munchausen.
And then in my like teenage, young adult era, it got way worse. And then in my like late 20s, it got even worse. And I don't know what happened, but in my 30s, it slowly has gotten better. So I've been able to like eat more eggs and enjoy them more. Something that helps a lot is if I scramble them to death or fry them to death or hard boil them to death. So I'm saying like overcook them. It helps drastically. I have been experimenting a little bit, and I have been having more of like a runny yolk here and there. So tonight for dinner, because I had lunch way earlier with my mom, so for dinner I had breakfast for dinner, and I made my fried eggs more runny this time, and I feel so sick. Like, I feel like I have the flu. I'm extremely like nauseous. I'm telling you, like, I'm about to go throw up type of deal. Like, I feel extremely hot. Like, I have a fever, even though I know I don't. And my stomach is like on and off cramping really bad. So that is what I mean by egg intolerance. And sometimes it's a game.
Yeah, she's saying this because last episode she ate those eggs and everybody was like, wait a minute, I thought you were allergic or like had an egg intolerance. What are you doing making eggs? So that's what this is. This is her sort of pretending like, oh yeah. I still have that, you guys, for real. I'm so sick right now. Ugh.
Gamble. Like, my mom experiences the same thing, actually, where it's like a gamble. It's like, do you want to see if it's going to work out this time or no? And this time my body is not reacting good. But I'm telling you, it has gotten so much better. So I didn't even think it was a gamble, like at all. But I guess for some reason, tonight it was, and it does not feel good. I feel truly miserable. So I'm just gonna watch some American Idol and do some Lego. I wanted to finish this Lego.
Oh, yeah. Now, did American Idol, like, disappear and then come back? Or did it just never leave and I just didn't know about it? Because I saw that, like, there are some recent episodes of American Idol. And I think, what is it, like, Carrie Underwood and, like, Lionel Richie are judging right now. So did it, like, go off the air and then just kind of have a comeback? I don't ever watch those kinds of shows. My wife and my daughter love them, and they watch them all the time. So not that there's anything wrong with those shows. In fact, every once in a while, I'll catch myself like walking through the living room and just like zoning out and watching them because they're entertaining. They're just not really my thing. So I don't know if it was ever gone or if it just was always around and I just never knew about it.
Lego this week, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I know the people who enjoy my Lego updates, y'all want me to move on to other stuff, and I don't blame you. I've just been like busy and like distracted and like focusing on other things.
Busy. She's been busy. I think the distracted might fit better, but busy, shut up. I would love to be a fly on the wall just to see what the fuck she does all day.
So sometimes I go through like Lego things where I'm telling you I'm building like multiple a week, and then sometimes one literally takes months. But this one is really hard. This one is more of like a they call it like a technic. Girl, I could be using the wrong word right now. I don't even know. It's just supposed to be like even harder than like the hardest of the Lego, if that makes sense.
I get that it's complicated. I wouldn't call it hard. It is technical and complicated, but you're following instructions, you know? And I get that it is far more intricate than, you know, like a Harry Potter Lego or something, but you have instructions. That's all you're doing is just following instructions.
Like it's supposed to be like very detailed. Like it's harder than like hard. I don't know what I'm saying. I literally feel super ill, so I don't even know why I'm speaking right now. But everyone's like, Amberlynn, your egg intolerance, I need you to explain. I don't understand.
Told you that she spends her whole life trying to explain her lies and trying to appease the commenters while telling you all along that she doesn't care what the commenters say, that she doesn't listen to hate, that she doesn't read comments, and then she does this constantly.
Intolerance, I need you to explain. I don't understand. So I just figured I'd give you guys a real live update on that because I feel awful. Like I think I might need to go puke, to be honest. So it's been a couple hours and
Do you buy that? I just think I might need to go puke. Like, shut up. She's saying that because somebody pointed it out and she was like, oh crap, I forgot. I always forget that I told people that I have this stupid egg intolerance, so I have to pretend like I still got it because I still need that sympathy, right? I need people to think that I've got something wrong that they can feel bad about for me, you know? So I guess I better pretend like I'm not feeling well.
I already feel a million times better. Like that sickness feeling comes on almost instantly, but it also leaves rather quickly too. So anyways, I'm about to get ready for bed. I'll see you guys.
Convenient. So now she can just act normal and doesn't have to pretend to be sick anymore. Hey, that worked out really well.
Hello, jump scare. I'm at the grocery store and I just met the sweetest subscriber. She was so pretty with the cutest little piercings. But yeah, it's super sweet. Like every time I come to the store, I'm recognized a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, we're in my...
She met a subscriber. Again, no pictures. Never has there been a picture posted online of Amberlynn with anybody.
There's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, we're in my fridge because we gotta talk. So in my weigh-in video, when I was eating this meal, where I said it was 777 calories, you could see here. But in total, this is 770. I saw a lot of people say that's way more than 770 calories. I know how to count calories. When I'm doing it,
Do ya? What? Did Amberlynn Reed really just say, you guys, I know how to count calories? Knowing it and doing it are two different things. So I know how to count calories. Shut up.
I actually know what I'm doing. This is the lean meat.
I don't even know what to say to that. What a stupid thing to say. I know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm only 520 pounds or more. I know what I'm doing. You guys shut up. She's had a few things in this one that are competing for the dumbest thing she's ever said.
That I use. It's extra lean. So for a serving, it is 212 grams for only 140 calories. So in this is super easy. There's only 4 servings in this. So I like to cut it in half and then I cut it in half again. So it's 4 servings. But with that specific bowl, I had about a serving and a half, a little more than that, all measured and weighed. Because on here, again, it says 112 grams is a serving. The serving is 85 grams for 30 calories. And I had a little under a serving. It says it right there. And then my favorite part, the rice. People are freaking out. I use these little cups because they're very handy. They're fulfilling. They're super tasty. I cannot change overnight. I am trying to literally stop ordering takeout daily, multiple times a day.
You can change overnight. You choose not to. You choose to convince yourself or convince everybody else that you can't.
To cooking majority of my meals. So I'm going to be having things like this. I'm also someone who spent her whole entire life eating thousands and thousands of more calories than I'm supposed to. So that is why every single time I try to diet, I'm always allotted these high amount of calories. To be successful?
I mean, not really. That's part of it, but it's also because at your size, you can lose weight at a higher calorie count because you're used to eating more than that. So by being allotted those higher calorie numbers, you can sort of work your way down, but you still have to make the changes because 3,400 is probably still way less than what you're used to eating.
I need to satiate myself. I cannot sit there and eat salad all day. That's not going to work.
Again, I am just flabbergasted that she continues to think that hunger is the problem, even though she herself has said 1,000 times that she eats when she's blank. Anything. Happy, sad, mad, bored, anything. So satiety, or, being satiated, has nothing to do with it.
One of these is 250 calories. Sometimes I have one if I'm feeling extra hungry and I'm afraid I'm going to fall off track, which then leads to more thousands and thousands of calories, which I don't want to do. I will have 2 at a time because it fits.
Think of the logic of that. If I'm afraid I'm going to fall off track. Now, think about what off track is, right? Off track is eating too much. If I'm afraid I'm going to eat too much, I eat extra. It is Amberlynn logic, which is just, I want what I want, and I'm going to figure out a way to make it seem like what I want is okay.
I have a food scale that is very reliable. You guys looking at a bowl of food, you guys can't guesstimate that. You don't have the labels. You don't know how much it weighs. You also don't know the ingredients or anything like that. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've had something in front of me that was so blatantly obvious of how many calories it was just because I had the nutrition label right in front of me. And people are like, nope, you're lying. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to count calories. Yes, I get it. I am over 500 pounds. I am fully aware of that. But that does not mean I don't know how to count calories. And when I am counting calories, I do it accurately. Because why am I going to waste my time? I hate counting calories. I hate weighing my food. So when I'm doing it, I am doing it accurately.
And that's why it's not going to happen, right? She's going to do it, like I said, for a couple of days, for a few days, maybe a week. And just like last time and the time before that and the time before that, it's not going to last.
Accurately, and I'm doing it for a reason. But this is one of the very reasons why I hate doing what I ate today videos, especially when I'm counting calories, because people are always thinking I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what I'm doing.
Then ignore them. Oh my God. This is her finding an excuse not to do this anymore, right? She's reading the comments, of course, because she does, all the while telling you that she doesn't. And she is basing her entire life, her entire career around what the people in the comments are saying. I don't know that she cares as much as she says she does. I don't think she is really all that upset by people saying it's more calories. I think she is just seeing an opportunity to quit and blame it on you and blame it on me, blame it on the commenters, blame it on the haters. You are the reason I can't stick to a diet because you keep telling me that I'm eating more calories than I am. So obviously I can't stick to a diet.
I have done it for majority of my life. I've done it for over 2 decades, 2 decades and a half.
Wrong. You've been doing it wrong for 2 decades, or you wouldn't be this size. Now, you've been thinking about it, but you haven't been doing it.
I do know how to count calories, so stop coming for me, because it makes you look dumb. And you know what else is dumb?
I don't think this did what you were hoping, She said it makes you look dumb. You're the one that spent this much time talking about it, and you're using it as an excuse to quit. So, I don't know, man.
When your ex's wife is so insanely obsessed with you.
Mentions an ex. 2 bingos. A double bingo is a bingo bango.
That they buy the same sweater as you and they constantly post about you on their Instagram. Like, bro, your wife cheated on you with me. Like, do you know how many times they couldn't wait for you to leave so they could call me?
Is it Erica? Is that who she's talking about? Yes, as a matter of fact, it was Erica. And she's talking about her wife, Brittany, who posted this picture with the Mean Girls sweatshirt. And it's obviously a joke. And they are just making light of the whole situation. And Amber cannot handle it. Oh my God, she really doesn't like that they can joke about her, right? She is so butthurt about the whole situation. You were not together. You just texted each other for a little while. That is pathetic. This is really sad and pathetic. Like, she was the side piece. Ugh. I don't like that. But she was not in a relationship.
Like, you have a gross wife. You have a cheater of a wife who lied to us both. But you're mad at me? Your wife.
From what I understand, Erica's wife knew what was going on. And it was a troll from the beginning. Now, I don't know a lot of the details. I don't really care all that much because it was stupid. And I think Erica is also shitty. But from what I understand, it was kind of a troll from the beginning. So I don't think her wife cared as much as Amber would love to think she cared.
And you tried to troll me, but your wife fell in love. Like, that's pitiful. That's pathetic. You stay bothered and you stay obsessed, and it's getting a little cringe and a little out of hand. All right, you guys, so here's a weekly build of.
And then right to Lego. She is one of a kind. My God, this is so dumb.
Update. I have about 60 steps left. I did work on it a bit this week. Probably a good thing it's taken me a while because I'm telling you, sometimes I get super obsessed and I spend way too much money on Lego and builds in general. All right, you guys, so it is time for my Oracle reading for the week. And I chose my 3 decks. So I've realized that since I've been doing this for a few years now, I've only ever really read on myself. And I feel connected to my tarot deck, especially for just me. And I realize I'm starting to feel the same way with my Oracle decks. Like, I can read people that I'm really close to, but strangers online, I literally feel like there's this.
I think I'm going to break my eyes rolling them so hard.
Disconnect. So I think I'm even just going to stop doing that on my live streams. I can't. So for this week's reading.
It's dangerous, you know? You're messing with forces that you do not understand.
I'm going to do a Believe in Your Own Magic, Feminine Wisdom, and a Love one. So I'm going to be shuffling, which I will edit all of that out. The only shuffle you will see is when the universe is telling me to choose a card.
Oh, one stuck out. That must be the one the universe was saving just for her in this moment. Oh, that one she just grabbed. She was just like, That one's not as important because it wasn't sticking out as much, right? That is still a good suggestion from the universe, but it's not it's not an emergency or anything. She nodded. She's taking this so seriously. She's looking at these cards. Of course she is. She has nothing. She does nothing. This is giving her meaning. So of course she takes it seriously. She thinks this is going to help her somehow. Also, she's wearing this stupid hairdo again from the Feline Jade era.
All right, so for the first one, I got Princess. You can be your own knight, which is actually card number 1.
Surprise, surprise. It's some vague platitude of self-empowerment.
1, and number 1 is my favorite number. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within you to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do better. All right, so this one is Love, Life's Purpose. That is such a pretty card. And this is number 30. And
love, one of those things that's really unique to Amberlynn Reed.
Threes are actually a very lucky number in my family. Make the relationship with yourself.
What?
And threes are actually a very lucky number in my family.
So 1 is her favorite number. 3 is a lucky number in her family. How do you determine that? Like, do you go to like a lucky numerologist and like give him your paperwork and then he decides what number is lucky for your family? Like, what happened that had to do with threes that she can say, that she can say in confidence that 3 is a lucky number for her family?
Relationship with yourself your number one priority. Nurture yourself with kindness, empathy, and grace. Listen to your needs and choose to respond. Only when we truly love ourselves can we love others too. How we love.
This is the last thing Amberlynn needs to hear. This should not be legal to be sold to narcissists. You know what I mean? Like, you should have to prove that you're not a malignant narcissist before you buy something like this. This is not helping.
Love ourselves is how we invite others to treat us. Replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations is the key to happiness. Affirmation: I am love. Weirdly enough, speaking of love, I chose to do a love reading. So I've never done that one with you guys here in a video. So I got possible.
She's nervous, you guys. What is it going to say about love?
Reading. So I've never done that one with you guys here in a video. So I got possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, and risks. These cards are telling me to love myself first. By nurturing myself, I will be able to have a fulfilling relationship in the future whenever I feel like having one. Self-love and self-care.
Whenever she feels like having one, because it's that simple, right? I just feel like having a relationship. Time for a relationship. Somebody relationship me, please.
Is extremely important. Don't forget to take care of you. And I think that goes for a lot of people watching as well. I feel like it's easy to get caught up in other people or get caught up in life that we forget to take care of ourselves, and we forget to put ourselves first sometimes. Not even that, we just forget to love ourselves, really. I'm gonna speak for myself and say sometimes I take myself for granted. To find that, like
I said, this is dangerous in the hands of narcissists. This just empowers them and enables them. So, man, how frustrating.
you have to reflect a lot, and I have been doing a lot of journaling. I started daily journaling back in 2021. I've always loved writing, but it wasn't until 2021 that's when I actually started to daily journal. So I do a lot of reflecting, and within that, I do take myself for granted. And I take a lot of things for granted because I think we just go about our day-to-day life every single day and we forget to stop and think of the things that we are thankful for and grateful for. So
think about what she just said. I take myself for granted because we forget the things that we're thankful for. So what she's saying is I'm thankful for myself, right? She doesn't attribute the things that she's thankful for and all that stuff to anybody else. She's saying, I take myself for granted. And in the same sentence, I sometimes forget to really think about the things that I'm thankful for, like myself.
I try to do a lot of these are the things I'm grateful for, especially when I'm journaling. And even with people in my life, I noticed my mom the other day, she just needed a little more pep in her step and some positivity. So I stopped her and I said, Mom, what are some things that you're thankful for? And
I'll take things that never happened for 1,000.
She stopped and she said them, and she said that it helped her. So I think if you ever feel like life is too much.
You guys, she is a saint. She's out there bringing positivity to the world.
And there's just so many negative things with the world and yourself and things going on in your life. If you genuinely just stop and be like, what are 3 things that either make me smile, I'm grateful for, thankful for, just 3 positive things in my life, it'll immediately just give you some sort of light feeling. It'll make you realize that whatever headspace you're in, because sometimes it feels like life is all bad, it'll make you realize that there is a lot of beauty and good in life too. Anyways, that was a rant there. I'm gonna go. I hope that you guys enjoyed this weekly vlog, and I'll see you in my next one.
I'll count that. Got her. All right. I got a bingo bango. That worked out good. I don't know, man. I know how to count calories. What a stupid thing to say. As somebody who has never actually accomplished any kind of meaningful weight loss in her life that is stuck, right? I mean, the delusion is off the charts. And this Oracle stuff, I wonder how long that's gonna last. I think she's gonna get a lot of shit for it, and she's gonna protect her peace by stopping that. But this, I think the biggest thing I took away from this video is she is deep in YouTube comments and Instagram comments and just girl world in general. The fact that she knows about Journey and the fact that she is, you know, seeing people talk about how many calories that meal was. I mean, her life is reading comments and trying to protect her peace and trying to protect her peace when it comes to comments. So yeah, I think she is far more miserable right now than she even lets on, because she's constantly thinking about what the comments are saying and what people are thinking about her. So when I ask, what does she do all day besides 30 minutes of work and eat? It's read comments. That's what she's doing. She is doom scrolling the Amberlynn Reed subreddits. Which, you know, I'm thinking about maybe doing a look at the subreddits. Just kind of go through there and pick out some funny stuff and just see what's out there, you know. Because the few times that I've been on the subreddit, it's been pretty funny. So I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, actually. Like every once in a while, just go in there and just see what's happening. Plus, it's a good way to get some information as far as like some of the stuff that you may have missed. So yeah, that's what she does all day long, is eat, you know, do 30 minutes to an hour of work, and then read comments and just see what everybody thinks about her. But what did we expect? I mean, this is just the cycle. It just keeps on trucking. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.